Alright. Welcome back to our last crusade, or the rise of a new world. Anime review, episode number 6. We're here discussing episode 14 of the series, which is called Which War Between Sisters, aka Alice Explodes. We pick up right where the last episode left off, where Alice and Iska just happen to run each other ordering drinks. And the maid is there too. And then her guard show up like, oh yeah, she just want to have directions to go bye bye, and they talk to her for a bit and like, oh yeah, here ordering. She assumes Captain Meese is here. By the way, here's the weird thing: she and Nene have no line the episode. June is basically got one line the whole episode, just one. Yeah, and they're here for like one scene and that's it. Well, we'll get to that. So basically, then we see Alice following Iska and Zispel with drinking drinks, being closer, holding hands, rubbing shoulders. Alice getting really jealous of this situation because it is anybody can watch this. Alice, despite the fact proclaiming him to be her rival, I think she's in love with him. Yes, I think she's madly in love with him. She hides it really well. Zispel, it's obvious the fact she's in love with basically Iska, and she does not hide it at all. It is very obvious she has things for him, probably because basically he saved her life. So then of course then she's dropped off in the hotel room, dropped off there to sleep, and they have Iska talking to Alice about what happened before. Her room's froze. Eventually then apparently the maid gets so jealous of the situation she breaks into the room and the whole room just defrosts because the whole room's like covered in frost. And then Iska leaves, and then he's not sitting the rest of the episode. And then we cut to the palace where the eldest princess is there with the queen, like, oh yeah, family conference, and like, oh yeah, they get fake, and of course they cancel, and of course they leave, and then they hear a voice. And then the door explodes, and of course she has to block the fire with her hand and use wind magic. Nearly burns her hand, and they assume that Lord Mass is responsible for this. Yep. And he's arrested, but they have the House of Hydra show up. It's like, we'll investigate this with this other house, that this has to be neutral. And then we have an interesting ending where we have the saint, we have the main apostles, the rulers. By the way, the emperor of the Empire is briefly seen in the episode for a quick cameo. Yes, a cameo. Where I think it's a girl or a woman, a guy or a girl, I'm not sure, sleeping. And like, oh, we report stuff. Of course, of course, the apostles, the great apostles think, oh, we have actual spy there. And then we see a bunch of new apostles, with one from the previous season of the show, once again voiced by Patrick Stultz. Which, I remember this guy really well. This guy basically wears a suit. He is a very respected saint. He is not like the other ones at all. Oh yeah, and they're going to go to war. And that's the episode. And I'm like, okay. Now, I'm not necessarily blaming the episode, because it seems like a lot of this stuff goes by really quickly this episode. I would say this episode's got a bit of pacing problem. Like the first episode was really, I loved the first episode. I thought the pacing was really good. This one felt a little bit more, this one actually felt a little faster of a pace. Like, I don't know what the heck was up with the fast pace. This episode's like, bam, 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 bam. Let's get stuff quickly. It feels as though some scenes, basically, some stuff doesn't last very long before they're interrupted by something else. Completely. Oh, there's also a brief scene in the episode where I think it's someone from the Empire getting this info, and of course, he's also there in the sovereignty. Well, also the fact that Iska and Alice nearby, and Sibel. Oh, there's also a funny moment here where Alice basically puts her chest off of her maid's head, and her maid doesn't question, like, Your Highness, why is your chest on my head? Yeah, apparently she doesn't question this at all. Nope, doesn't question this. Have I seen this before, where a woman puts their chest on someone else's head? Ones I reviewed? No, I think this is the first one I've seen. I've seen it where people's face, appear in people's chest, but not where the chest is on top of their head. Okay, that I am calling basically first time. First episode, yeah. It's just like, we have the jealousy here. It felt as though, like, I don't think stuff was cut per se. It just, the episode felt a bit rushed. It just felt like, bam, there's Lord Mask, cool guy, and he's arrested. And he denies the fact that he's responsible for it. Oh yeah, and the Queen also mentions only Sisbel can figure out who the person who responsible for the assassination on the Queen is. Also, the first princess is partially wounded. Well, she's got like a bleeding lip, some bruise on her. I would say she probably hurt her back too with this explosion, but she fell on her belly. I'm sure she probably is somewhat injured. Now, I get the fact Lord Hydra basically is like healing the Queen's hand. That's fine. I say the hand. I'd say of the people here, I'd say the Queen's daughter probably got the most injury. She probably got more hurt than the Queen. The Queen's got her hand. That was it. Eleanor basically got injured in this thing. I think Shmi even basically though with Alpha, you can't really. I think she may have broken a rib with this thing. Or maybe she bruised one of her ribs. Possibly, I'm not sure. But, definitely looking forward to the next episode, but it seems that we're going to basically an arc here of this one. Yeah. But I'm definitely looking forward to the next one. So, as new anime, will not be new anime airing. And well, there'll be one tomorrow. Yes. Fatal Phrase come out tomorrow. If I don't work tomorrow, I probably will get a chance to view it along with some, well, more Super Sentai. But this will be pretty much it, particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications, and doing this like button. I probably have like one more video I can do tonight. I'm definitely going to start the stuff for Gokaiger. I'll explain more about that in my Super Sentai review. So, until the next video, bye.